All right, all right. What is up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of The Giveaway Show. I am your host, Carlos Collects Comics, and we are excited to have you here on the channel tonight hanging out with us. Man, this is one of my favorite times of the week when we get a chance to come and hang out with you. Welcome to The Giveaway Show. We're excited that you're here with us. We've got the full panel here tonight. Hanging out with us, and we're going to be talking about several different things that are going on in the comic book community. But the thing that makes this the most important part, the most important attendee of the night, is you. That's right, each and every one of you that contributes to the chat and is here hanging out with us, whether it's just for the giveaway, whether it's to participate in the conversation, or whether it's just to watch and laugh as you do whatever work you've got to do, or maybe you're bagging and boarding, or maybe you're flipping through some comics that you picked up today. But we are glad and excited to be here hanging out with you. We're going to get started in just a second, but before we do that, just a couple of quick things that we've got going on here on the channel to let you know about. First off, this is our live stream show in the middle of the week, but it's not our only live stream show. In case you haven't caught it, on Monday nights, at 10 p.m. Central, also currently, we have Monday Hauls Live. That's our weekly web series where we spend that time talking about the past week to week and a half's worth of comic book and pop culture pickups. It's not just comic books, though. We're also showing off pops and toys and other cool stuff that we found, even sometimes posters, artwork, all that kind of neat stuff. So make sure you're checking out Monday Hauls Live at 10 p.m. Central. I've been having a good time. This next week, I'm going to have a couple more special guests hanging out with me, including TM Nerdy and Geek Out with Roscoe from their respective YouTube channels. They're going to be hanging out with me and showing off their hauls. And I've got just a fresh stack of books that I picked up today at my LCS. I was finally able to run down there and visit it during the day. So it was good to pick those up. But hey, make sure and check us out on Mondays at 10 p.m. Central. Also, in addition, we've got Friday videos that go live. This one is one of our recent ones, the creator interview featuring Lance Linderman, one of the co-owners of Gold Key Comics. You can find that here on the front page of the channel, and it was a really good story about how these guys came together and resurrected a vintage comic book brand. Last thing I want to make sure and tell you is that, hey, if you're looking for convention wear to check out or to pick up for yourself for convention season, Covered Tees was nice enough to extend this discount code for us here. For anybody who views and uses the discount code CCC20, you get 20% off your order during the month of May. He's just a guy, he's a fellow collector like us who wanted to extend his fandom and provide the ability to print high quality shirts to other fans of their favorite comic book covers. So you can go to the website, check it out, find out how to do it. And he was nice enough to send over a couple of t-shirts. We do not receive anything from any of the sales of the shirts. This is just a discount code being offered for those who may want to order for themselves. So it's kind of cool to be able to just get a high quality print of your favorite comic cover on a t-shirt. And so yes, that was one cool thing I found just recently. So check them out, covertees.com. Let's go ahead and go to the chat and see what everybody's got going on, and then I'm going to go and bring out the panel. Oh man, we got a full chat going on here. All right, Darth Lucian 88 says, what's up, Carlos? First to the show. Good to see you, Darth. Glad that you're here. El Green says, I was the first like. Good evening, all. And that reminds me, make sure and hit that like button if you haven't already. This helps it get the word out and lets people know that we have gone live for the night. Darth Lucian says, I'm chilling, got to have another blood transfusion, so I slept all day, but hopefully I can stay awake. Hey, we're just glad that you're here. We hope that you're doing well and doing better. And you make sure and keep us in the loop on how things are going for you. Let's see. Lucian, El Green. Got more comments dropping in. David Brewer, what's up? Good to see you. Welcome. I haven't seen your name before, but welcome to the giveaway show. We're glad that you're here.
He's one of my pop buddies. I kind of drag along with me.
Oh, everywhere. Cool. Okay. Well, hey, we're glad that you're here. Let's see. El Green Machine says Paul always waits until the last minute to just ferment himself. Sometimes. Teresa Newell says these bums. Yep, it is us. Nerd Mazing, what's up? He says yo yo. Mary Jimenez, good to see you. Derpy Entertainment says David Cornsweat, no one else. I like the way you think. I like that. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it. It's because Cross is on Swedish time. That's right. He's on driving home late from work night or time. Let's see. Sep Green Machine, Miss Mary, Brooklyn Born. Good to see you. Glad that you're here hanging out with us. Neon Kane. Glad that you're here. Let's see. Serge Henderson. What's up? Good to see you. We're doing well, I think. We're doing well. Glad that you're here. Let's see. Hector. What's up? Glad that you're here as well. Serge, thanks for asking. I'm doing pretty well. It's been a long day, a very long day, but it's been a good one. It's been a really good one. We're going to have to kidnap Paul's Baby Yoda. Yes, if you see Paul with Baby Yoda at Comic Palooza or Fan Expo Dallas, make sure and snag it from him, and you'll get a special prize if you bring it to me. Manny the Hobgoblin Collector says, good evening all. Good to see you. Joffrey Castro says, hey, Carlos, how you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
Hear that, Billy?
Traveling Soul, new to the party tonight. Let's see what y'all about. Good to have you. Glad that you're here. And Rafael Jimenez, there he is. Buminos.
Buminos. So it's like Vominos, but it's Buminos.
I like it.
Buminos. Oh my.
All right, wait, we're glad that you're here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show off I need to find the giveaway for tonight because I wanted it to be Superman related because we're talking about Superman. I have it in mind, but I just need to put my hands on it. But I'm gonna show that in just a little bit. We usually do our giveaways in about 45 minutes after the hour, give or take. So it'll probably be sometime between 10:45 and 11 that we do that. Usually this stream will go for about an hour and a half is what we try to aim for keeping it at. David Brewer says, what's your favorite title release this week? I'll give the panel a chance to showcase theirs.
Miles Morales.
Of course. I'll tell you, I have been digging. I mean, I've got several that I'm looking forward to reading, to be honest. Batman, the Brave and the Bold, #1 came out today. Superman #4 came out.
I couldn't find any.
The new Titans reboot came out. Looking forward to
I couldn't find any.
And then 2 of the new Dawn of the DC books. Spirit World, who I've heard good things. I think Mr. Collector and TM Nerdy were talking about this one. So I went and found a copy. Looking forward to reading that. And then The Vigil, #1. So grab those 2. And then I did get 2 cover buys. One of these.
Good pick.
And one of these.
Yeah, that one's way. That's better than the Miles book.
Paul, please mute yourself.
That's Paul. Paul wants to get some people going tonight. All right. Hey, what's up, David Spider-Man Dotson? Good to see you as well. All right, so hey, let me bring out the panel because you guys can hear him, but you should be able to see him. So here we go, panel. What's up? Let me let everybody say hello, starting with Weapon X. Why don't you say hi to everybody?
She just came here for like 5 minutes.
Hi, everybody. No. Another Wednesday here, halfway through May. Another week till Comic Palooza next week. So hopefully you guys will run into Paul and make sure he.
I just want everybody to be at the panel when Carlos is there.
Hey, Paul, this message came in to Mr. Gunn needs to be picked up tomorrow.
I wasn't the guy picking up people.
They didn't want to chance it with Paul.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't blame them.
So yeah, looking forward to the panel tonight.
All right. Next up, let's go to Mr. Collector.
All right, guys. Welcome for all the new people. No, it's gonna be a good night. We have everyone here. Teresa, glad you came back after that 6-month vacation. We missed you.
No vacation for 6 months.
It's gonna be a good night. But no, I'm ready. Got my Kirkland. We're good.
Carlos sent you the Kirkland already.
I had to.
Oh, that's it.
That's it?
That's all I got.
You ain't got nothing new. Nothing.
Next up, we got Teresa Newell.
What's up, guys?
Yo.
Thanks for being here, hanging out with us. I was upgraded, just gonna say. So I don't have Kirkland.
I don't know who this new person is,
We'll
but
see you in 6
welcome
more
her.
months,
Welcome
Teresa.
her
We'll see
to
you in
the.
6 more months, Teresa.
Welcome her to the giveaway show. We don't know who this person is.
That's exactly it. Yeah. My first time ever being on here. I've never been on here before, so this is exciting. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it for having me. Looking forward to the conversation. Definitely.
Where's your name tag at?
All right. And last but not least, let's give Paul a chance to say hello to everybody.
All right. You know who's here tonight? It's me and Billy. We are here. We're going to give y'all some DC coverage, and then we're going to go to CGC. What's it right? CGC?
Child
CGC.
endangerment.
CGC. And hold on, Billy. You can't go that far. All right. So we're going to be here. We're going to give y'all the news that y'all are looking for. And we also have a new person here. It's Teresa. Teresa's here. Y'all give her a warm welcome. And yeah, we'll get ready to get started. We get ready. Billy. Not yet.
Fantastic. All right. So I thought that was good.
Clapping.
Did Billy use some of Paul's just for him?
Got in his eyes.
Get him, Billy. We're talking about you. Here you go, Billy.
All right.
Give him the time you start, Billy.
So first up tonight, we've got a couple of different topics to get the panel to weigh in on. And then in the chat, we also want to hear from you. We've already heard somebody say his pick for Superman. And then a few weeks back, I think it was a month and a half ago or so, we did talk about kind of the legacy of Superman casting and like the people that have played Superman. I think it's a couple months ago that we did it, maybe a month and a half ago or so. But tonight we're going to be talking about some of the casting choices that have been talked about. Nothing has been locked in. Even if we say that something is like an odds-on favorite, that does not mean that that person is locked in. The only one of us that has any kind of inside knowledge about the casting process for DC or any of the projects that are going on is Mr. Collector, and he is bound by the NDAs that he has to sign when he goes in to meet with some of these executives and directors.
Oh, Lord.
As you can tell, Kirkland pulled last time I talked about the script. They pulled away, so I'm not sponsored by them currently.
And I will say that part of the reason why he is privy to some of these things is because many of you will find out about it in the fall. But we're really looking forward to seeing the premiere of something new, something exciting, featuring Mr. Collector, where he'll really reach into the depths of his bag of tricks to show off more about his knowledge of movies, film, and TV. But more on that later, at a later date. Yeah. Mike Bravo says, "Great, hate them all."
Damn, Mike.
Mike came in swinging.
Mike was like, "I hate them all."
Yeah, no, he wasted no time. What's up, Harm's Way, Chad? Good to see you, man. It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here, hanging out with us. Okay, so the first thing up on the docket that we've got tonight, first big topic is this, and I'm going to give the panel each a chance to respond to it and see what they think. Also, to see if they've heard anything different than who are the supposed front runners right now. Most of the time when you see like a wild casting rumor on one of these like Cosmic Book News or one of these sites that doesn't have a strong track record, then we don't really know what to think about those. But some of these names that we're seeing are getting widespread coverage from places like Hollywood Reporter. We have been hearing that this past weekend, a lot of these actors were auditioning for James Gunn and for other executives. So that's one thing that we feel reasonably comfortable saying, that auditions were taking place this past week or so. James Gunn has come out and said specifically that he never comments on who auditioned for a role and who didn't, unless they share it themselves, which I think is good policy, because it can be embarrassing for an actor if they audition for something and they don't get it, and maybe they don't want the whole world to know that. And then also it's good for the person who does get cast, because there's none of the inevitable comparisons and complaints until the person has a chance to prove that they've got it in the film itself.
But that hasn't affected you in no way. You're good. You're still good.
The what? I didn't even understand what you said.
I said it doesn't affect you. You turned out well.
I did. Hey, I'll tell y'all about the time that I went for. This was a long time ago. If y'all remember the Batman and Robin show, with a movie with Chris O'Donnell, I went to a casting call for Robin. No lie. This was like 20-something years ago, and I was fresh out of high school, and I went to one of the casting. Like, no lie, I'm not even lying. I went to one of the casting calls for that role. So I don't know if you can see me as the Robin in Batman.
I heard it first.
Mr. Collector
heard it here first.
Mr. Collector had a different rumor. He heard that you had gone to trial for Toretto for the first Fast and the Furious.
Family.
You know me, I'm all about the family.
So is that why you're after William Shatner now? Now everything's starting to make sense.
So, oh yes, absolutely, Serge Henderson. Absolutely, rant away. I will share your comments as long as you don't cuss. Let's see. Hey, Paul, remember when you told me I never show up for shows? Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, Arms Way, man. I appreciate you coming, man. Arms Way.
Mike Bravo says, wonder how Superman audition goes. El Green Machine says, good for you, Carlos. No, I didn't even the casting director shook my hand and said, thank you for coming. And that was it.
Oh, wow.
What?
That was it.
He didn't say,
She went down the row. There was hundreds of us, and she went down the row and she looked us all in the eyes, thanked each of us for coming, and then we walked out, and that was it.
Carlos, but you weren't wearing a Zorro costume.
No,
you're like at the wrong movie. You're like, who's this guy with the Zorro costume?
He shows up and
I kid you not. No, to this day, there was a guy who showed up with his shirt off, in leather pants, and a leather jacket, because he thought dressing up like that would help him get the role. And and there were some people that were dogging him.
Pneumonia.
But I was like, I just left the guy alone, because he was like crushed when all he got was the same thing I got, which was a handshake and a thank you for coming. And he was like crying, and he was begging her to let him stay and try it. And I remember, she said, "Listen, look, we can talk for a second," but she's like, "Look, I know, it's this is how it works." And what she would do is because like for every row of about 20 of us, for every like 2 rows, she would take one person. She would tell one person, "Hey, that's what." I know. That is terrible, American Menace. Shame on you.
Very getting them in. Brooklyn Born says, "How did Carlos not land the Robin?"
That's not.
Y'all stay tuned next week. We will find out.
No,
I want to find the audition tape.
No, listen.
Dig deep.
Because she did keep people from that casting call, from that open casting call. She did say because she would get to like one person and say, could you step over here and wait for a minute, and they would step aside and they would just wait, and so there was about, out of maybe the 400 or 500 of us that were in that auditorium for that first round, they kept maybe 15 or so, and those would actually get a chance to come back and do an actual reading for the role. But yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, that's what I got. But it was cool because she stood up at the front on the stage. It was done at a high school, and she just she answered questions. She explained about the casting process. She thanked everybody for coming. Then she came down, and I thought it was really smart the way she did it. She looked into everybody's eyes, and you could tell she was like studying people, like just giving them a quick look, look to see, okay, are they what the director's looking for? And then she'd say, okay, could you wait over here for a second? And it was all age ranges too, and ethnicities. There was like one kid who looked like he was about 13 that she asked to stay. And then there was a taller, bigger, like a really big dude. And this kid was young, white and blonde with like a buzz cut. And then this big, huge guy who he looked like he was in his early 20s, big black dude. I think he even had dreads. And she asked him to stay too. So they were like, look, they were.
So I had a chance to be Robin, is what you're saying.
Possibly, yes. Yes, if you'd been born at that time, yes.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Mike
There you
Bravo,
go. Mike Bravo. Tell him, Mike Bravo.
Mike Bravo, you need to stop. That's not right. Not right. All right, let's share Serge Henderson's. Okay, so panel, I'm giving you a few minutes to start formulating your thoughts about Superman casting or to look up anything that you want to share or talk about. But real quick, let's see. Harm's Way Chad says, I auditioned to be an extra in Addams Family Values in the X-Files movie. Nice.
I can see that, Chad.
Did you make it, Chad? Tell us. I was chosen as an extra for the Kevin Costner and Rene Russo film Tin Cup. So,
Is that true, Collector?
I'm looking
Where was
at
that
files.
film that,
My file.
Collector?
Huh?
Where was
Okay.
that film shot at, Tin Cup?
It was shot here in Houston. Yeah, it was shot here in Houston.
I believe it was shot in
So,
Houston.
I read comics says I tried out for the Paul Comics docudrama. I wasn't loud enough for the producers and didn't have any coupons to give out.
Yeah,
Very
you
true.
can't do it. I read comic.
Yes, you have to possess the ability to speak loudly and to speak over other panelists on your auction shows.
Damn right.
And you must learn how to speak Billy.
Right. Okay, here's Serge Henderson's rant. How come we're not getting in your Superman characters like Iron John react? Okay,
Yeah.
Iron John Superman. El Green Machine says, but you tried. That's true. I did.
Don't do that, Green Machine.
Serge
Come on
Henderson. And I didn't think they need to do something a little bit more with the comics. Also, too, what do you guys think in the panel, even though they're trying something new, but I want to see others. Okay, I got you. Let's see. Here's Serge Henderson's next one. And also, that's why I kind of stopped reading some of the Superman comics. If you do, I still have them, and some of the covers were okay, but some of us can't be my overdoing it in the panel. No, I don't think you're overdoing it, but I get it. You know, Superman, there's been a lot of different people that have taken on Superman over the years, but yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're doing with him with the comics and the movies. I think there could be some cool stuff that comes out of it. Let's see. Chris Palmer, what's up? Good to see you. Glad that you're here. Let's see. If Carlos had just locked Chris O'Donnell in a closet that day, we wouldn't have this show today.
Yeah, I agree with Brooklyn. We wouldn't
prison
have this show.
for kidnapping. Okay, David Brewer says, well, I definitely heard Rachel Brosnahan was chosen for Lois Lane. Yeah, we're going to get into that in just a second. I only have friends that were stormtroopers and extras. Okay. I have a couple of friends that were in RoboCop 2 extras in front of Wortham Theater in Houston. Yep. Yeah, RoboCop 2, a lot of people in the film industry today got their start in Houston, got their start on RoboCop 2 and Walker, Texas Ranger. That was another big one that started a lot of people's film careers, as it was filmed here. El Green Machine says, in Return of the Jedi. Darth Lucian says, I want them to quit all these restarts with 46 covers. I agree. I think there's too many variants that are out there. I want them to but I'm hopeful that some of the DC stuff is starting to focus on story, and there's some really good stuff that's why I picked up so much DC this week, because there's some good stuff that I like that I've heard about. Okay, so big topic of the day of today's episode is Superman casting rumors that we're hearing. I saw this graphic. I wanted to show this to get us talking because this is what these are the names that I'm hearing the most for this, and I think let me see. Okay, yeah, because I think this is her. Okay, so these are the three that that we're hearing are kind of the front runners, and this is being reported by quite a few different sources. Nicholas Hoult, who we know from X-Men First Class and the rebooted X-Men timeline, is being talked about for Lex Luthor. Some sources are saying he's in the running for Superman, but I think other sources have started to shift over, saying that he's, because of his age, he looks young for his age, but he's already 42, I think, from what I understand. So they're starting to say that he is the front runner for the new Lex Luthor because he's the right age. And keep in mind, these actors being cast, the reason they're going younger is because they're going to be keeping these actors. They're signing these actors for a minimum 10 to 15 year contract, minimum. So, I don't even know that they're going. I mean, they're going based off of numbers of appearances they'll be making in films, but it's a lot of stuff. So the middle person for Superman is David Corenswet.
He's cute.
And he's the name that is popping up the most often when it comes to Superman. There's some other names we're going to talk about, but right now he is again reported as the front runner. And then the last person here, I think this is, I think that's Emma Mackey that's in there. And I don't know, it goes back and forth from what I'm hearing, it goes back and forth between Rachel Brosnahan and Emma Mackey for the role of Lois Lane. So these are the three frontrunners. But for Superman, we're also hearing Jacob Elordi and Andrew Richardson. And then for Lois Lane, Rachel Brosnahan, Emma Mackey, and Samara Weaving.
And Teresa Newell.
Teresa Newell. All right, so those are the names, and those are a few of the faces. I wasn't able to grab all of the faces of all the actors, but panel, what say you about some of these choices that we're hearing? I've heard, even from the panel, I've heard different favorites, so I want to hear what you guys think.
Well, I think. Oh, go on.
So I think the Lex Luthor one is a good one. Move your mouth while I'm talking. Oh, darn. No, I think that would be a good choice. The Superman and the Lois Lane picks. I mean, we'll see, but like you said, they're signing them to long-term contracts. But to touch on what Serge was saying, I think with Gunn, he's gonna look at those other characters. I think he's gonna do the same thing he did with the Marvel movies. He's gonna read and look at that history and see what he can pull out from the storylines. I think with AT&T and Warner Brothers, they just kind of went traditional with the storyline, and Superman, Lois Lane, Lex Luthor. That's all they stuck with, because that's what everybody knew. But I think maybe James Gunn's gonna be a little bit smarter and kind of dig into the history of all the comics here and pull some other characters out that we know, but the mainstream people don't know about. Like you said, like the other Superman he was talking about. So that's my 2 cents.
Mr. Collector, what about you? Because you were gonna speak up.
Yeah. I think for Superman, Jacob Elordi, I think that's how you say his last name, from Euphoria. I think he would be a good choice. I don't know any of the actresses that are currently in for the run for the role, but
Teresa
I like.
Newell.
Well, if she goes, we're not gonna see her back on here until after 15 years.
She ain't never coming back.
She's gonna be gone. She ain't never coming back. But I think Anya Taylor-Joy is a good. But I mean, I know she's a lot more popular than these other actresses. So they probably want to do lesser known actresses and actors for those roles. But I think she is a good pick. But I like Nicholas Hoult. He was also what was his name? He was in Deadpool, the first one. He was the bad guy. I forgot his name, what he played, but he was in there. I think he's an overall good actor, so I would like to see him in there. But yeah, that's kind of it. From what I heard, James Gunn just did like his top 5 all-time favorite superhero movies, and he said what he liked about the Superman movies, not the Man of Steel, but the Reeves films, that he felt like his character was more caring. He didn't like the darker tone. He liked, when Superman rescued the cat, that scene, like he gave the cat back to the girl, and he just always had that smile on his face. And I think that's the direction he wants to go. He doesn't want to do a dark theme kind of movie. So I think he's going to try to get someone that's not maybe so huge or anything. I think he's going to try to get someone maybe a little not as big too. So, but that's all I got. But those are my picks, who I would want on there.
Teresa, you got any thoughts?
I do. I think David Cohan is a perfect fit, just because it's who we portray as Superman, right? So if you've looked at some of his other screenshots or some of his other pictures, besides the one that you showed, I think
watch it, Teresa.
I think sorry, I'm choking on water here. I think it would be a great fit for Superman themselves. I think we do need to have like General Zod, Bizarro, Brainiac, Darkseid. I think we need all of those to come back, and I think they need to drop the whole Lex Luthor thing. For a while, I want to see him interact with other villains, because those villains have not been portrayed on the main role or main movies. But yes, I think David Corn Sweat? Something, yeah.
Cornhole.
But yes, he's absolutely who I think Superman looks like. I mean, if you look at the images of him,
is that the cute guy you said?
He's pretty cute, yeah. So I'm not gonna lie here. And then I think
we're blushing.
Yeah, exactly. I am, because he's cute. I mean, have you seen? Let me share my. I looked up images and I'm like, whoa! Like, hold on.
All right, calm down there.
No.
Good Lord.
Look at this. Look at this, guys. Share this.
Okay.
Look how cute he is.
I mean, he looks like Collector to me.
He's cute. No.
The young collector.
He ain't that cute.
Young collector. Yeah.
He ain't Collector cute, but
Collector cute.
But I mean, if you're into that kind, I guess that's cool.
You're into that kind.
Just that kind. Yes. He's cute though. I mean, like, yes. But yes, I mean, I seriously think that we need Bizarro. Like, who doesn't want to do a Superman movie with Bizarro, Or
right.
Who doesn't want to do a Superman movie with Doomsday? I mean, I think they need more villains, so. Yeah, exactly. See, Mike Bravo even agrees. He's like, oh my God, so cute. See?
Mike Bravo, Collector cute or the other guy?
He says that about Hot Toys.
What are you talking about?
Hot Toys. He's like,
oh yeah, he's talking.
Mary's giving you fire there, Collector.
Thank you, Mary. I appreciate you. I was getting kind of cold over here.
He's cute. I'm telling you. Like,
No,
I mean,
he's just turning red. Calm down,
man. Like, I think it's perfect for.
That is not the Superman
So
that we're looking
we need
for.
cute. That's what we need. We just need cute.
We just need Superman to bring the ladies, huh?
Dark hair, blue eyes. Like, who wouldn't want more? I mean, like, that's my guy, anyways. So, I mean, just saying. So.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
watch it. What do you think, Carlos?
I think it's I think your opinion's valid. I think hey, look, women make up 50% of the ticket buying audience, so you gotta have somebody that has a good look to
Lord,
them.
here we go.
Yeah. See? I mean, it's just like you guys with Margot Robbie, right? You guys wanted to go see Suicide Squad. You wanted to go see Harley Quinn because Margot Robbie was in it, right?
I forgot she was in that movie.
Come on.
That is totally different than what we were talking about.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
That is totally different.
No, it's the same thing. Like, why not?
Well, look, we finally found
bring him
Well,
light.
Mary's right. I think whoever they get, well, she said 6'1". They need to be tall.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no mini Superman. I don't want to see no Funko Pop Superman out there.
What? You don't want to see one? Okay, I won't show you. How's that?
I know. I'm talking
Can
about.
you
I don't
find
wanna
out
see a
how
mini.
tall Corn Sweat is?
Oh,
I think he's like 5'7" or
No, I think Mary Jimenez
Yeah,
is
how
saying
tall is
6'1".
What?
I mean, that's
he's
a
6'1".
good height.
What's his name again?
That's a good height.
David Corn Sweat.
I think if he was 5'4", you would still say he was a
David
good height.
Corn
Good
Sweat.
That's
I
a
mean,
good
I'm
height.
just saying, like,
Oh god. All right, Carlos. What about you? Let her cool down for a minute.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
it's getting too hot in here now. She's all happy and blushing. It's getting hot in here. This is getting out of hand.
All right. Okay, so we got lots of questions going, lots of stuff. So we got that hinted in one of the end credit scenes for the Justice League movie. It wasn't done well, but you know they at least paid homage to the fans.
Yeah, they were
with,
paying homage to the
panel.
Batman Superman race. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So I think I haven't seen anything that Corn Sweat has been in. I've heard good
Me
things
neither.
about his performance. I think here's one thing that's interesting that I want to share that I came across. One person was saying that here I'm going to share this real quick. I'm going to share my screen on this
Don't
side.
want a short man.
that's right.
Well, there goes all the Mexicans. Ain't no Mexicans gonna be.
Oh, wow.
All right, let me share this real quick. So here's one thing that I was told, and y'all look at him and y'all tell me if y'all see it. I'm told that does he or does he not look like a young version of Henry Cavill?
He's so cute.
Oh, is that the guy? Is that?
That's
This
him.
is Corn
That's
Sweat.
not the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
That's
He
Corn
was-
Sweat.
It looks.
Yeah.
Y'all remember the Bill Paxton film from the 90s called Twister?
Yeah.
So they're making a sequel reboot called Twisters, and he's just been cast in that with Warner Brothers, which is a really big
So he
sign.
can't do Superman then. No?
Well, no. I'm saying it's indicating the opposite. That him being cast by Warner Brothers means that Warner Brothers is locking him up
Mm-hmm.
because they want to they want to utilize him more often. But
I
the
could-
thing is, I was gonna say, do y'all think how many of y'all think he has a resemblance to Henry Cavill? Because I am going somewhere with it.
I mean, you can play Bizarro Superman.
Oh.
Well, no, because keep in mind, okay, check this out. Because think about it. So James Gunn has, as far as long-term plans for the DC universe goes, he's told us, he's already kind of given us hints along the way. He said that he wants to tell the biggest, greatest DC comic story ever told on screen. And then he's shown graphics of Kingdom Come. We also know that the multiverse is a thing. What if he decided to bring Henry Cavill back later as the Kingdom Come Superman after the new young Superman is established and they have to face off against each other? Just throwing that out there. I'm just throwing it out there because it's not my idea. I came across somebody's theory on one of the threads on like Instagram, and it got me thinking, and I was like, you know what? If he did decide to tell a kind of a variation of like Final Crisis, Infinite Crisis, if he decided to mash that up with Kingdom Come, I mean, how bonkers would fans go if Henry Cavill came back as an older Superman, and then you had the new Superman, and they had to face off against each other for whatever reason. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. It's highly unlikely. I'm just saying that would be a crazy movie to, because Cavill would be at the right age, and so would this new Superman. So, Mike Bravo with his yoga stretches. I'm just saying.
Listen, that's not from the studios that I've heard from DC. Not any of the scripts that I've read.
Right. All right. Well, what are your thoughts about David Cornsweet, or about just the casting for Superman?
So Billy has been talking to me, and we picked Andrew Richardson because Billy feels that the other person is not what we're looking for. We're not looking for somebody to just attract the women. Superman is not about that. He's about
truth,
justice, and liberty. He doesn't.
Oh my God.
Do that. So the guy that Billy and me are picking is Mr. Andrew Richardson. Now I do agree.
Show the picture.
What? I don't have a picture.
The picture.
I don't have.
Andrew who? Wiggins.
And, so Lois Lane, played by Teresa Newell, is going to be a perfect fit. I know we'll just have to change out a wig, but they can find out a way to do that. And I agree with Teresa a little bit. We need like Brainiac, other characters, because we're not.
Yeah.
Oh, Lois Lane got a dog.
I got my Billy with me too.
Well, it's not even his name, Billy. Billy, you know she just compared you to that dog. Billy, you gonna let her?
That's Crypto. Isn't that Crypto?
Yeah.
It's trying to get her. Don't get her, Billy. So yeah, I mean.
So
I think on the characters.
Show us a picture. Show us a picture of David Anderson.
I don't have a picture. Of David
you had a picture.
Pull it up. I thought you had one.
I thought you had him as your screensaver on your phone.
No, that's not.
I
ain't had that. But like I said, I agree with Teresa in having different characters instead of Lex Luthor and the same basic characters we've seen.
Yeah,
it's like different characters, different villains. There's so many villains that he has. I mean, bring out different ones and just have a new, different take, fresh start, younger guy. Let's see what they can bring out. That's all. Right, Billy? Billy, look, she's trying to get her. Get her. Use the force, Billy. Get her.
Watch that finger, Billy.
Get her, Billy.
Watch that finger.
Hector says he has David Anderson's picture framed on the other wall.
He says what? He has him framed on the other wall. I don't got nothing of it. Yeah, Billy, you see that? She's trying to compare you to the dog.
Trying to find a picture of David Anderson. I'm not able to. I did find another, see, that's the thing. The one that is all over the place is David Cornsweet. He's just the one that everybody's talking about. Forbes magazine is look, check it out. Forbes magazine is one of the sources I was looking at. Forbes, mind you, and they've got Cornsweet posted as.
Yeah, see, we're looking for the Superman who's Truth, Justice, and the American Liberty. Way. Yeah, and this is, we're not trying to get some girl magnet.
Yeah, you are. Why wouldn't you?
Henry Cavill was too.
So here's a screenshot of both of them. Hold on.
Did you find Anderson?
No.
I think she deleted it.
No wonder
you're trying the role for Lois.
Why would I delete it?
No wonder you're trying to roll for Lois.
So here's Cavill and Cornsweet right next to each other.
Wow.
Yeah, they look nothing alike. I don't see it.
They actually do. Wow.
The guy on the right is the Truth, Justice, American Way, and the other guy's the woman.
He's got a more pronounced jawline, but
yeah, Superman don't have that. You know.
He's hot.
Superman don't have all that facial hair, you know.
I'm cute
Uh-huh.
to hot.
What's a cute
What
football?
did you just say?
That's a decent resemblance between the two. He does have more pronounced cheekbones, or not cheekbones, but more pronounced jawline. Okay, so
I can do that too.
I can't find a picture of David Anderson. Okay, all right. So those are. I mean, I totally agree with what y'all are saying about they need to. Yeah, that to me, that is the top thing, Larry. They need to have some acting chops. Looks are great, but they've got to have acting chops. And fortunately, we've always had strong actors playing the Superman role, even on television. And panel, I do agree that I want to see new villains. I'm actually thinking that I think we are going to see, I think Lex Luthor will be in it. And even if he's like the mastermind, I don't think he's going to be the one that's directly taking on Superman. I think that we're going to see something. I think he's going to break some new ground with it. The All-Star Superman was a big influence, and in that one there were other villains that were fighting Superman as well. I mean, Lex Luthor was there pulling the strings, but there were other villains in that one that he had to physically face. So
yeah, rewatch Wonder Woman movies. She does act bad.
So, okay. We're going to go ahead. I'm still trying to put my hands on the...
All right, calm down there, Mary. Tall, big chest, strong arms. Wow. Cover your ears, Billy.
Maybe.
Don't look at me. I don't know what they're talking about.
No, it's not in this one. I've got too many boxes of comics going on here. All right, let's get into let's go ahead and get into the next subject. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go to Market Watch segment that we had prepared. I'm gonna turn it over to Collector so I can try to find this.
Oh, are you going off the script? Have you read the script for Superman, Collector?
This is Market Watch. We're done with the Hot and Bothers. So,
Hot and Bothers?
We're down to business out here.
Yeah.
All right, so
Right from cute to hot.
Give us a second.
Give us a second, please.
Market Watch with Mr. Collector, aka Mark Speculator. where you won't learn.
Oh my god.
On this Market Watch, you will learn nothing.
All right, so as you can all tell, this is an Ultimate Fallout 4 first print, but the difference is this is a newsstand, which there are 4 days left in the auction, and it is at $6,400 right now. So if you're wondering why that is that price, that is not what a regular first print goes for. So Marvel's newsstand ended in 2013. So this is the census. If you want to go, yeah. So right here, the regular issue, there are over 16,000 in the census. The variant, the 1 in 25, has 877 copies in the census. So right here on the one with the 4 comics, the Ultimate Fallout issues.
This one?
Oh god. No. The one with the 4 issues. The first, yeah. So right here, they did the math. There's around 9,100 or 91,000 copies of the first print. and the 1 in 25, there's around 1,400. So that's the 1 in 25. So everyone thinks, and which makes sense. Everyone thinks that there's 25 every 25 issues. There's the variant, but not every store ordered 25 copies of this book. So you were not given the 1 in 25 unless you ordered 25 copies. So there are far less than what people think there are of that. So there's 1,400 of those, but there's a little over 800 that are graded. And then, of course, you have the second print and the other second print. So the percentage of those go back to right here if you want to look at the newsstand percentage. So right here. So when all the books came out, comics, they were given everywhere. So gas stations, anything that had a newsstand rack, they were considered all newsstands basically. But in 1979, the late 70s, they started doing direct, which from that time started all the years after that, it started getting lower and lower. So like I said, from 79 all the way to 2013 for Marvel, as you can tell the percentage, all the way down in 2013, it went to 1%. Ultimate Fallout came out in 2011. So that ranges from maybe 1 to 2%. So let's just say 1.5%. So out of those 91,000 copies, only 1% even are newsstands. So that's why it's super rare. It's more rare than the 1 in 25. Everyone thinks that's the hard to find book, but no, it's the newsstand. So like I said, there's still 4 days left. It was just 2 hours earlier at 4,000. Now it's at 6,400. So I don't know where it's going to hit because there's never been a 9.6. At least I haven't seen one for sale, but people are asking for a 9.0 for like $8,000. So those are just asking. And then DC went all the way to 2017. The what?
So the other thing I'll say on that is what he's trying to say is like, so I think it was either at Barnes and Noble or I think another book. What did you say the other store was? He said you found the packs or whatever.
Oh, so yeah, they would do 5 packs at Five Below.
So if y'all notice, these I've bought a couple of these from Barnes and Noble, but they don't take care of their books. So to find a high grade of a newsstand and it's more low print that's why I think they command more money. Because if you find a 9.8 newsstand, it's game over for that book. But yeah, they just put them up on the racks, and a lot of these had like the newspaper stands where they had comics on there. But a lot of these comics were never like taken care of. Like kids could read them. No, I think that's why a lot of these high grade ones command a lot of money on that part.
So when Marvel ended theirs in DC or December of 2013, some of the big issues for that was ASM 700, The Death of Peter Parker, Morbius, The Living Vampire issue 1.
Yeah, David, that's the current bid it's at right now. It's not an asking price.
No, that's where it's at.
That's where it's at as a price.
Mm-hmm. Thor: God of Thunder 2 and 6, which is the first what is it, full or no cameo, and then Necrosword, and then Captain Marvel 14, which is the first Kamala Khan, but then Marvel Point 1 was the first full. So so if you look for those issues, those are the big ones in the end of December.
See, I agree with Hector. Once he goes live action, it's game over for this book.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's doing this for the animated, and the animated is actually really good. And now they're doing a 2-parter for the second one. Will be a part 1 and part 2. I'm just like, Sony, man, y'all need to just get him and do live action.
Yeah,
they already introduced him in Spider-Man with his uncle, and his uncle saying, "I have a nephew," so pretty much that's him. So.
I'm just curious why this guy's charging for shipping at this price.
Well, he's gonna have to for sure.
He's gonna have to.
He's gonna have to definitely insure it.
Yeah, he's got.
That's a lot of money. I mean, it's already at 64. I mean, that's already a couple $100 right there.
Yeah, that's a lot for 64 to insure it. Yeah, you got.
And then they're taking their 14% too from eBay fees.
And that's true too. I agree with Hector too. That statement right there. A lot of kids that are now love Miles Morales. Like Manny, a good friend of mine, his son loves Miles. His daughter loves Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen. So I agree with Hector with that statement that those are the new ones that the kids are going to love.
Yeah, and which is good though, because when as they come up with these new characters, even though this one's been out since 2011, a new generation needs to look at new characters and grow up with them. Because if you tell new stories from older characters like Peter Parker, it's not the same feel as when it first came out for someone that grew up with that. So
and I agree with David right here. Honestly. Believe that Miles Morales should remain animated. Yeah, and I agree with that too, because you can't really do nothing with them in live action. It's just good to be animated and keep it kiddie and just keep it away from like the adults, because we don't want to go see Miles Morales and we don't want to see all that. We already had Peter Parker, so why that was a good statement on there.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want them to do anything with Miles the way Marvel's going right now, at least. Once they fix what they got to fix, then you can throw him in there. But now, right now, I feel like they would mess him up. Oh, but here's my spec book. Go ahead and put my little card up. There you go.
You go, Weapon! Weapon, Mr. Collector's topic of the week. Oh man, cover your eyes, Billy. Billy, cover your eyes. Oh my goodness, Billy. Billy, where are you going, Billy? Billy,
what in the hell is this, Mr.
Billy, don't leave, Billy.
God.
Billy.
We lost about 10 viewers just now.
Oh man, you sure to ask?
That's a typo. If I ever seen one.
Oh my God!
I only got one copy of those books.
Billy. Oh, Billy gone.
No, but in seriousness, I'm gonna show. All right, so this is the newsstand. This is Spider-Man #1. This is when the first meetup between Miles and Peter Parker. It's on average.
This is from that's when he goes to the 616, right?
Yeah. So this one's a miniseries. There's only 5 issues, but once it starts,
there's that one, and there's a mass second print. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is real. I think I bought this one on eBay, and I think there was only one other one that was sold before mine, or before I bought this one. So they're really, really rare. But I mean, even if you don't get it, definitely look at the books when you go through them, and people might not even know that they have a newsstand, and they do.
So people don't want to see that; they want to see the pick of the week. Can you show them the book?
That is the pick of the week, right?
No, not that book. The one that you had on there. They want to see the centerfold, please.
Oh dear Lord!
Listen.
No,
you got it behind you right there in that box. Just kind enough and show.
It's a family show, okay? I don't want to show Hot and Bothered the whole episode. We already had Teresa's. We don't need everyone else out.
Weapon. Weapon got you good.
This is a family show. Okay?
Well, Billy
family
gone.
Show.
Well, Billy gone. Billy gone.
But yeah, so just know anything.
See, they're saying show it. They're saying show it.
Huh? But what?
He said, "How many fine ticks do you have?"
Fine ticks.
Is the centerfold intact?
Come on, my book. Oh, on that. Come on now. Listen, you don't want to see. Listen, you don't want to see Paul's copy.
Don't bring me into this. That was
Paul's copy is.
This is your segment. Don't bring me into this.
9/8 white pages.
His copy of Martha Stewart's in the bathroom.
That comment.
Listen. But yeah, that completes the segment of what not to buy. And buy your Spider-Man. On to you, Carlos.
It's the centerfold.
Oh, and Carlos left his own show. Oh man,
He just gave up.
Apologize.
So for the next segment,
Billy
Paul,
gone.
show how everyone
Billy
else
gone.
here. Go ahead, Paul.
Billy gone.
Billy finally escaped.
Oh my god.
Billy finally escaped.
He said, "The heck with this."
Oh my god.
He said, "I ain't watching Collector's Figures."
Oh man. Listen, guys.
Nice.
Carlos got a copy of this.
Just so y'all know, I could see and hear what y'all were doing. All right. My son came up so we could talk and pray for the night.
Oh
I
my
was
god!
talking to him for a second.
Don't worry, we didn't show nothing.
You didn't miss
No,
nothing.
Mrs. Collects is good. She's in bed already. All right, so I did. However, when I stepped away for a second, I did find the giveaway book that I was going to do. So this is tonight. So tonight's giveaway in honor of Superman. We're a little bit past it, but we're going to go ahead and do it. Tonight's giveaway is this really cool. I love these facsimiles. It is a facsimile copy of Superman #1.
Ooh.
This is a complete reprint of the entire issue. It does include like reprints of some of the ads and stuff like that. So I enjoy these. So this is going to be the giveaway for tonight because I did want it to be Superman related. And I'll go ahead. What? What are you fussing about? Right. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and enter the hashtag to win. While we're doing that, I'm gonna ask Weapon X. Weapon X, do you have those messages that I sent to give us the update on the CGC, the whole CGC mechanical error update?
Oh, we got another collector segment again.
That's for next week.
He's
Carlos,
replacing
next time you need
Redstone.
to be here, Carlos, to see what your panel's doing out here. See how the kids act when the teacher leaves the room.
Billy, come back, Billy. Nope, he gone.
We lost Billy.
Oh, he lost.
Okay.
The
Let's go ahead
magazine's
and do
there.
this. So this is what you're going to enter to win. If you want to win that copy of the Superman facsimile, Superman #1 hashtag up, and away. You have to get all 3 ups in there. You got to spell it correctly. Capitalization does not matter.
I think he only said it like twice.
Hashtag up, and away. Do not do dual entries. If you do more than 1 entry and it's not a correction, you'll be disqualified, and you'll be disqualified. And we'll do it again. So if I see double entries in here, and I'm gonna have Paul kind of keeping an eye out.
I'm looking. Collector, you're out.
Don't do it twice. Don't do it.
Weapon X, you're out.
We had news about that, and people were upset, rightly so. So everybody enter once. Also, I know that another tactic is for people to throw in a second entry right before I spin it. Don't do that either, because
Teresa, you did it twice. You're out.
That will also get you booted. The other thing I want to make sure and remember is, because I know we have several, and I keep forgetting to mention this, but I need to. I know that we have international viewers. I know that we have people from Guatemala, Brazil, Canada, Mexico, like all kinds of different countries. And I love that y'all are here and watching. But understand that with the giveaways, for some of the shipping for some of these places, it's way more than the cost of the book itself. So what I would ask you to do is that we will cover the first $16 of shipping for all, for the giveaways. But we ask you to cover beyond that. One thing you can do is I can box the giveaways, and then you can just wait until you've won a few different things and ship them all at once if you'd like to. Other people have also had them shipped to friends here in the continental United States. which up to the $16 will cover that for anybody here in the continental United States. So so make sure and enter. Have fun with it. In the meantime, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pull up. We got an audience from because when Paul flies back over there, he always tells people, "Oh my gosh, Martha to the streets." I don't know where y'all got that graphic from, but
I can promise you I didn't send that one.
He sent that one. Come on, Billy.
all right.
Billy don't want to
Is
go.
that your personal copy, Mr. Collector?
No, mine's getting
Of
graded.
Martha Stewart?
Mine's getting graded right now.
It's getting graded. It's missing the insert. How's it getting graded?
All right. So one of the big topics that's come up this past week has been CGC's policy has changed when it comes to mechanical errors and the returns. And so what they're saying now is that, and they posted this to Instagram. I did comment on it, my opinion, but others have a lot of other people have commented as well. This is the official post that you're seeing here, but I'm going to read their abbreviated post, which says this. Effective May 16th, CGC has updated its mechanical errors returns policy for clarity and consistency. All mechanical error submissions, regardless of error, must be received by CGC within 14 days of the submitter's receipt of the collectible. In addition, returns can only come from the original submitter of the collectible. Newton's rings, which can occur naturally under certain conditions, do not qualify as a mechanical error. Valid mechanical error submissions are not charged shipping, insurance, or handling fees if the return is made within 14 days of receipt. So that's kind of that's the short of it. The reality is that CGC is now saying that you basically from the time that you receive it. Okay, cool. I got your Weapon X. So from the time that you receive, from the day that you receive it, the collectible, you only have 14 days to get it sent back to them. That means that they have to receive it 14 days. So, so that's kind of what's up, Cody? Good to see you. Where'd you get that? Okay, panel, I want to put it to you and ask you what you think of this change in CGC's mechanical error policy. From what I've heard, the biggest reason they're doing it is because of the number of people returning books and requesting a complete reslab when there's Newton rings in the comic book. So, so panel, what do you guys think?
What's a Newton ring? I'm not sure. So I know.
Okay, so Newton rings are it's a naturally occurring thing. It's when you have it's when the inner well plastic presses against the outer hard plastic, and it creates like these it creates the look of like oil inside the slab.
Oh yes, I have one of those.
Yeah, and so that's called a Newton ring. It's been a problem for graded books for a long time. One of the slang terms for it is rainbow or unicorn jizz. And then Hector's saying it looks like an oil slick inside the comic book. I'm gonna zoom in on you, Teresa. Okay, so y'all can see it on it shows up on black. If y'all see that. So what it is it looks like there's fluid inside the book. What it actually is it's those two surfaces pressing against each other. And the thing that I've seen is that when I put Mylars inside of a top loader and press them together, you can see the same thing. You can see Newton rings.
I mean, this is bad.
Yeah.
It's all
So-
over it.
So this one's all over it. A lot of people, there are complaints about it. There are ways to address it, because
I heard about that.
well, here's the deal. This is the front of the inner well pressing against the hard plastic. So one thing you can carefully do to get rid of those is you can slide a Mylar bag into the naturally occurring crevices between the front and back of the slab, and you can slide it in there and you can actually separate the two pieces. That's one thing to do. The other thing is that, as Hector is pointing out, a small suction cup. So he's pointing out both of them. Yeah, you can stick a small suction cup and you can pull the two areas away from each other. That will separate them. The other thing is, like he said, sliding a piece of paper. I know some people use a Mylar to do it. It'll separate the slab from the inner well. I don't know about the blow dryer effect because it's not actually like liquid per se. It just creates the look of it, from what I understand. So
Mylar, but
yeah, it's well. I've got some here that I can.
I think Southern Comic Geek's on something.
Taking the book out of the slab will help. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really.
Well, some people do that too, and that's okay. So, panel, what do y'all think?
Well, I mean,
so
if you
so
see
we do
the.
Oh,
Mylar,
wait,
and we just
hang on.
slide it in here.
Well,
Okay, be careful though. Be careful. You don't want to split any seals.
I'm not sure how.
just get a hammer there,
right.
Teresa. Just get a hammer and knock it in there, Teresa.
Huh.
What's up, James Willie? Good to see you.
Interesting.
Billy, give me that
I'm
back.
not
Give me
sure.
that back, Billy.
There are on a lot of them. There are like there is a little bit of a gap on some of them that you can do.
Yeah, I don't have that. Yeah.
There's a video from Nice X, Teresa, from the Madhouse Comics group that shows you how to do it. If you
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just take a blowtorch. It'll
There we go.
get it.
or a blow dryer.
Oh, did you
Okay,
get it
well,
in there?
I'll check it out. I can barely get in there, but
But yeah, I think it's kind of shady with the turnaround time. You have 14 days to return it after, like, to identify, return, and then
Crazy.
determine if you're not happy with it. I mean, that's kind of. I think before, I don't know what it was before, but I mean, I think it was just whenever you want to send it back, you could claim it was a mechanical error, and they would, try and reholder it for you or whatever. But
That is true. Hector's saying
14
something.
days is kind of short. I
Yeah,
think.
we're gonna get to Hector's comment. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Weapon X.
Oh no, that's all I was saying. I think the turnaround time they're closing
Yeah,
that
I
window.
mean, like I get it. They're a business. They're trying to make their money. They're trying to keep their money. They're not trying to spend tons of money on reholdering a bunch of different books. I think one of the problems the Newton ring thing is a separate thing. Yes, I think what happened is because to get stuff down to cost for scalability, they have to order in massive quantities. So they are stuck with the materials that they have for quite some time. They can do the next generation of them and try to get rid of the Newton rings like CBCS has done. And as Hector has said, CBCS, their leading competitor, does not have that same issue. So that's something that we have to, we just have to wonder. CGC, each of the major grading companies has issues. Really, all grading companies have issues, starting with the fact that none of them can guarantee completely objective grading. It's impossible. If you're going to have a large company, you're not going to be able to do it. Even the same grader on different days might assign a different grade to the same book. Just, if it's the end of an 8-hour day, he's going to, you can't tell me that a grader is not going to treat it differently at 4 p.m. on a Thursday or Friday than he is when he's Monday, when it's Monday or Tuesday morning and he's fresh. It's just human nature. That's the reality of it. People joke all the time about, that's the, that's
I want to say,
yeah.
So I agree with Hector. So this is the first gen. Well, yeah, this one doesn't have Newton rings or anything, but like Hector was saying, they should have to do it. If the customer's not happy with the product, you need to bring it back. But what I'm saying, like, so how he was saying it, when they were starting out and you saw that and you had a problem with it, they would probably change it because they were starting out, building up their company. Now that they're already established and they were saying, "Ooh, this is the new case," but everybody was upset. But you can't see the new ring, but it's right here by his. Let's see right here by his. Right here in his costume has the new ring, but it's not that much.
I can see it on the reprint.
It's right here. Reprint.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it was on the reprint, but what I agree with Hector a lot. Like, if it's something that the customer's not happy with, they need to address it instead of just putting up rules to say, "Oh, Newton rings don't count." Well, it's the case, and you said it was good, and they made a big deal about it and say, "Oh, the new case came out, and it's way better than the older ones." But the older ones have stand the test of time, and I don't know. I just agree with what they were saying. If it's wrong, if the customer's not happy, they need to do something about it, or at least fix the issue if they keep getting complaints about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Because if CBCS can fix it, then they should be able to fix it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's the thing. The Newton rings is an issue with materials, and they need to have a higher quality product.
Yeah.
I think
Give me that, Billy.
the problem I have with the policy is that now originally, yes, somebody pointed out it was 2 weeks previously, but it was even harsher than it is right now, where it was you had 2 weeks from when CGC sent it to get it back to them. So it was even worse. My biggest gripe about this change is that the time frame is still not long enough. 14 days, depending, because that screws over international people or international shipping.
Yep.
The timeline is just not going to work. It's from when it is received for them to immediately turn around. I know some people have said, well, no, you can make it work and but those are dealers. Anybody who's speaking out favorably, I'm sorry, it's a dealer, and they're not allowed. Dealers are not allowed to speak negatively in a public setting about it.
Because they're under
I still use CGC, and I still am going to buy and sell slabbed books. But the thing I'm just saying is, guys, you should have made it 21 or 30 days. That's my one gripe is 14 days is not enough. They should have done 21, or preferably they should have done 30, because the reality is nobody can complain about having 30 days to return a defective slab. And I get it with CGC. That's going to mean it's going to open the floodgates. A lot more people will send theirs in, so they're going to spend a lot more money. But tough, get it right the first time.
That's right. I mean, if you don't have a quality control, like in the industrial industry, you got a quality because they mess with all these chemicals and stuff. So you got to have the products right. I mean, if you want, I think that they're already established, so they're top of the game. So they've been slacking.
Joe 47.
I think you're right. They need to do it. They need to accuse quality control people to look at the slab and say, would I keep that? And to be like, no, this. They redo it again.
You're totally right, Paul. You're totally right.
30 days for the customer, you're making the customer happy. So any little thing you can do to make the customer happy, and address the complaints, Newton rings, crack case, books moving in and out of moving around in the inner well. So it's like all these things they should be addressing in it, because they they waited a long time and they announced, "Oh, this is our new case. This is way better." I mean, it's a nice case, but if you got all these complaints, they need to address it. I mean, I just don't understand why they don't just address it.
Yeah, and it's not, it's and the fact that it's so like all over the place and what books it happens to and everything, I'm not sure about it. But okay, so Teresa, have you had any luck with getting the Mylar in there?
I didn't even try. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, just use a sledgehammer or a blowtorch; it'll work.
So that's. Those are just a few thoughts on the CGC mechanical error policy. I do think they need to strive for better customer service. I continue to use CGC, but I think that there you go. That's it right there. Paul's Grading Company, all pink labels.
Oh man, here we start.
And here's something I'm going to say because this is a common retort that I see in threads on comments, and I think it's something worth bringing up. The reality is that a company is going to continue its practices until it is forced to change them. The only way that any company can be pushed to make adjustments to policies or to business practices or to the quality of their product is by the people that are ultimately controlling the overall process, which is the customer. If you as the customer continue to spend money, and I'm not saying I'm not one of those like boycott people or whatever. I will say that I have scaled back my CGC submissions. I've scaled that back, and it might only be a couple $1,000s a year, but it's my $1,000 that I'm not spending on a brand that I might have used to. Okay. Yeah. And and I'm just saying, as the consumer, ultimately we have the authority in how these things go. And I think that what's happened, like with the comic community and the whole idea of everybody trying to be a flipper and a seller, everybody's looking for that one edge. So people just keep submitting stuff, which they can't keep up with it, and so it just it's kind of this cycle that just keeps going. And I'm not going to say this. I'm not going to say that this is it's time to go to CBCS. I'm not one of those guys that's going to swear them off or swear off CGC and start doing CBCS. I think all of them have even EGS and Halo over in Australia. All of them have a place in the market. There's a necessity for all of them in the market. But I think it's just something where I choose to shift my dollars based on when things start to get to a price point that's unbearable, or when I'm like, I'm not 100% sure about that. So I think it's something worth considering. I know about PGX, and so it's one of those things. PGX, I think they're working on their reputation. I really do. And Joe 47, I don't trust any of you flippers. But I think it's one of those things that each person has to make their own determination. I like us to discuss these things on the show because I think it's worth discussing and making sure that people are aware that policies change, and this policy I feel like is one that can adversely affect a lot of people. Like a lot of people are going to get caught in the middle with different situations that this policy is going to squeeze them, and I don't think it's a good policy to have. So just my thought on
it. David, I think it's personal preference by the person that's going to buy it if you're selling it.
Well, it actually market wise there is about a 15 to 20% price difference. Between CGC and CBCS. People do the market leader is clearly far and away still CGC. CBCS is trailing, and now that they got flooded with a bunch of people going to them from CGC, they've fallen behind as well. They're experiencing the same growing pains that CGC was. So it's a cycle.
It's smart though to go to. If you're looking for a big key book, say a 5.0 of, I don't know, Marvel Spotlight 5, Ghostwriter.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a 5.0, go to CBCS. You'll pay less for the book for the same grade, which is crazy because and then you could take it to CGC or you could just crack it open and just have the book. But it's Carlos is right though. CGC is the one that everyone usually goes for, but you can actually find a lot better deals CBCS. So if you're looking for certain books, I guarantee you're going to pay less with them than you would CGC. So that's always the thing to look out for too.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think that's a really good thought, really good price, or idea. Hey, so let's go ahead and do this giveaway. It's time to do the giveaway for those who saw it. Guillaume, we do have one. I know, ring the dinner, but let me wave it so that they know.
Teeth sensitivity is so common. It immediately
Here,
feels.
it's coming. All right.
I have that one.
I recommend.
So I did see at least Paul. Can you check for duplicate entries real quick for me? I did see Guillaume. So Guillaume, you entered twice. I'm sorry, buddy, but you entered twice, so you're disqualified. And then let's see if anybody else. Paul, can you double check? I caught. I saw Guillaume. Okay, and Joe 47 is disqualified because he entered twice. Sorry, guys. I warned y'all at the beginning not to do it. Let's see. Okay.
For Billy.
You got there.
Yeah, I think everybody else is just.
Yeah, I don't see anything else but Joe and the other person that you said.
Closest thing to my truck.
Okay. All right. So cool. Hey, we're gonna go. Hey, T-Pain, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Glad that you're here. All right, so let's go. Let me go ahead and open up our tab here. And in the meantime, hey, y'all make sure in the chat, I want you to say welcome back to Teresa Newell. It's been good.
Oh my God.
We have missed her.
Say welcome new panel member.
She's not the new panel member, but y'all make sure and say welcome back to her. We are glad that she's here. We're excited that she's here.
Oh yeah,
Paul,
weapon and
needs
collector
coffee.
look really happy.
We have to share the water now.
No.
And then she got the high end water.
Yep, that's right.
Bro.
Wait a second. Were there only 6 of them?
No.
Oh, someone counted the days you were gone? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back.
Somebody brought Billy
Now look
in
at that one.
place.
Billy's ready to run if he sees collector's pick of the week again. You didn't like collector's pick of the week?
5, 6.
Child endangerment. That should be the hashtag. Child
What did you
endangerment.
think about collector's pick of the week?
And I mean, Paul.
No way.
I saw.
Hey, panel, did I spell this right?
Welcome, new panel. We are excited you're here. Thank you, Mary. Let her know.
Taste it.
Hey, Teresa, did I spelled it right, didn't I? Am I missing something here? Because it's only showing up as 6 entries.
Oh, because you keep deleting all the people that double enter.
I mean,
probably.
I didn't delete anybody.
does the uppercase count?
I didn't think it did.
Well, collector says go ahead and run it because he's in there.
More than 6
Okay,
people
so-
did the capital.
More than
6.
No.
Do you
let's
think
do 1, 2,
Here, I'm gonna go ahead and enter.
3,
We'll
4,
test it.
Yeah, Mr. Collector, try it.
5.
Okay, Pops Mafia.
Welcome
Let me
back
see
at
this.
Weapon X.
Okay, I
Just
saw
welcome
somebody
back.
just.
Yeah, it does count. It because Willie just put the up and away capitalized, and it does count.
Oh, so y'all got to put it in capital letters, the up and away thing.
Thought it didn't matter.
No, it's not because it's too long, Larry. I think it's because I thought it didn't matter, I'm sorry, guys.
So,
All right, so if you entered and you did not capitalize, go ahead and capitalize, and we won't.
Sorry, guys. Everyone gets a consolation prize. Don't worry.
Second
Yeah, there you
prince.
go, Billy. Just let
Second prince.
Billy's
Yes.
just laughing.
Yeah, second prince for
yep.
Billy's
only got one
laughing
today.
about
book
what's
you
going
bought
on.
like 87 copies of.
No,
Second
we're
prince
talking
Just
about
came out today.
the what? We're talking about these, not those. What about those here?
Oh, I thought you meant the second prince. Yeah, he bought like 100 copies of the second print today to get 4 copies of the 1 in 25.
That is a lie.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, go
I got
ahead.
25.
Re-enter. If you did the up, and away, it needs to be capitalized. I'm sorry, guys. This is just screwed.
I didn't
Don't
even make it to my
laugh
LCS because I was getting my pick of the week over there at Barnes & Noble.
Oh, is that what
It
you're
was a
doing?
line. I saw Weapon there. I saw Paul.
There was a
Billy.
Martha Stewart.
Billy even got a copy.
Billy, you hear that, Billy? Look at Billy. Billy's like, nope.
Billy was there. 'Cause I
Billy,
picked
did you like collector's pick of the week? No.
him. Billy, you like Paul?
Yeah, God damn, there you go, Billy. There
Billy,
you go,
don't blink
Billy.
if you're Billy. Don't blink if you're in danger. Yikes. Yeesh.
I mean, we have.
Oh, nice.
Paul, you got a custom Billy? Oh my!
There you go, Billy. There you go, Billy.
Poor Billy, man.
Pound sign. Pound sign. El Green can't type tonight. The bum.
He wins all the time.
Yeah, don't laugh at them, Billy.
Okay.
We got it
Well, you
working.
can enter twice, yeah, because he messed up. So enter again.
Yeah, if you only like if you did all lower cases the first one, you need to do it with caps.
And he will check, everybody. He will check.
Actually, Paul will check.
Oh.
Okay, everybody.
Go ahead, Billy. Go ahead.
Let's
check.
go ahead. Let's go ahead and run it. Looks like we've got a dozen. Yeah, we've got 12 entries. So anybody that still wants to enter, you can go ahead and do it. Just make sure you use the caps, and then only enter once. Because if you enter with all cap or if you enter it correctly more than once, you will get disqualified.
Man, everyone's showing off their pets today.
Billy.
I know.
Teresa showing off her
Our dog
puppy.
cannot. Our dog.
Billy
cannot,
showing
guys,
off
be like,
Paul.
El Green wants to be twice in there.
Billy, get him, Billy. Get him.
All right, here we go.
Use the force,
3,
Billy.
2, 1.
Use the force on him, Billy. Use the force.
Oh, it timed it out because my name's not even in there.
Yep, that
Oh,
was our
man.
plan from the beginning.
Okay.
James Willie.
Congrats, Mr. Willie. Mr.
Yeah,
Willie.
Joe 47. Alt accounts are not allowed. I mentioned that last week, and I'll just say, alt accounts are not allowed. I don't see any double. I don't see any double entries either. So, and I know James Willie only did it once. So,
I thought it only catches it if you do it once or twice
Okay.
or something like that.
so congratulations, James Willie. I think we're good to go ahead and call you as the winner for this one.
David said his wasn't in there. Collector said his name wasn't in there. Darth Lucian said his name wasn't in there. Mary's
Guys,
name
I
wasn't
don't
in
know
there.
what to tell y'all on that one. James Willie he's a real
James
guy.
Willie is a fake.
A bot. Bots.
He's a bot.
The bots.
Yeah, people are saying that their names weren't in there. Collector's one of them.
I do not have a.
Well, Teresa, we already we just deleted her name. So
Yeah.
I mean, okay. Here's the deal, James. If you're cool with, I could run a second giveaway wheel, and yeah, we could run it twice.
Good night, there, Mary.
Mary
I mean,
just
we can do a hashtag Superman, and I can do a
Nightmare.
do of
Yeah.
the.
Do you have one, Teresa?
Yeah.
That's
Hold on.
Superman. Okay. So here's what you're gonna do. Chat. We're gonna run it a second time. James Willie will keep the facsimile copy, but what you're going to do is hashtag Superman. That's it. Just once.
What about me, Mary?
You have to do the capital S and the lowercase rest of it. Go ahead and enter it. We'll give you a couple minutes to do it. So hashtag Superman with the capital S, with the capital S. That's what you got to do, and you'll be entered to win. We'll do a second giveaway right now. So. All right, guys, I promise one of these days I will figure out how to work this giveaway thing.
Yeah, I mean, you've been doing it for a while. It's not going to happen.
Or I will delegate it to somebody else like Weapon X to do it so that
or a collector. Collector.
Well, we established at the beginning of the show I can't do any of this.
All right, so it looks like this is doing it. Yeah, make sure and hit that like button. Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I'm gonna find a way to make this doggone thing work.
El Green said it's not just you,
hashtag
Carlos.
Superman only enter once. If you enter twice, you're disqualified.
We got to go back to the races.
Bring the ducks out. Bring the ducks out.
We might. All right. I only see.
Collector, stop swimming.
All right, Guillaume.
Don't wave goodbye yet, Billy. We're not gone yet.
Guillaume, I can't tell you more than once. Stop. I mean, I don't know how many ways to tell you. Stop doing it more than once. You are disqualified from this one as well. You've done it. You did it correctly the first time, and then you did it a second time again after I've mentioned it.
Probably not a DC fan.
He might not be.
He's probably just doing that so you could.
What's up, Melvis Eats? Good to see you there, buddy. But you got to do it capitalized. You got to do it capitalized, Nelvis. You got to do hashtag capital S and then the rest of it. Guillaume, I told you you can only enter once. You entered once correctly, and then you entered a second time. We're telling everybody that you cannot have it because you get two. Well, it matters because you have two chances of winning instead of just one.
Mary said, "Bye, Billy."
I'm sorry, Guillaume, but yeah, that's the deal, buddy. That's how it goes. All right, so it looks like we got enough in here. I'm waiting to see if it updates for. Let's see.
Yeah, so everybody just please do it correctly once. He doesn't want any
Yeah, you're not supposed to have duplicates. All right.
Well, he says that's not how hashtag works.
That's not how the hashtag works.
Well, that's how we found in the past, so
yeah, I think it makes everybody feel better. If it makes everybody feel better if you only do one entry, regardless of how it works. Only one entry. Please don't do it a second time. T-Pain, I understand that also. I'm told different things, but yeah, we'll see.
Just to make it fair to everybody, let's just do it once and
just
all
do
the
it
rules, and it's not hard to do.
Yeah. So, all right.
Mary said, "Bye, Billy."
Let's go ahead and run it.
Wave to Mary.
In 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Mary's waving at you, Mary. Look, he's using the force. Look, who's gonna win? No. Oh, Joe won again.
Oh, that guy's fake. That's a fake account.
Right?
Is Joe 47 a bot?
No.
Joe
Wait,
47 is a bot.
Yeah,
All right, show him what he won, Teresa Newell.
All right, so I actually pulled two things out. I couldn't find that Superman number 2 just right off the bat. I was trying to make it as quick as possible. So I pulled out some Adventures of Superman, Joe Kent number 1. So this is the new Dawn of DC number 1. And I pulled out Action Comics number 1052, which if you look, this has Lois and Clark 2, and Power Girl Rebirth. Bonus features in this.
Nice.
But look at all the different Supermen and all that stuff.
Wow.
So
Very
this is
cool.
what you just won.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Congratulations, Joe47. Make sure and message
Congrats.
Teresa Newell.
Yes, hit me up. I think you might only be email, but hit me up. And Joffrey, I lost your book, so I'm going to order you one. I'm actually going to order you the trade and the Virgin and have it directly sent to you. And so I will email out your sticker from Carlos's thing just in the mail. Right. So just so you know, like, I didn't forget about you, Joffrey.
Okay. Cool. Very cool. All right. Hey, thank y'all so much for being here tonight and for hanging out with us. We had a good time hanging out with y'all and just as always joking and laughing. And hey, we just want everybody to have good feelings about the giveaways. We want everybody to feel like they have a fair chance. I'm going to do some reading on the whole StreamYard giveaway tool. And I don't know, everybody enjoyed the monster races, so we might do that as well. Might do those. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure to tune in on Friday. We're gonna have I am going to have a video go live on that day. I've been promising it for I think like 5 weeks now. So I promise it will go live. Everybody's got their pets.
That's just weird, Collector.
Scary.
Whoa.
That's
Oh,
terrifying.
my
Oh my
God.
gosh. That's incredibly scary.
He looks just like his own.
Y'all
Puss in
make sure-
Boots.
They make the
Puss in
same
Boots.
face.
Say goodbye to
And Puss in
everybody.
Boots.
Say goodnight. Goodbye.
Good night. Good night.
Doesn't
All
even
right,
want
make
to
sure
say
to hit
nothing.
that
He's
like
about to
button.
get bitten.
Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Mr. Collector, say good night to everybody.
Collector, what the hell do you got? That's not
Flash
even.
right there for you. Saw him. He left already. He's way over there now.
He dropped him.
Good night, everyone.
The dog is so content.
Stop waving at Mary. Mary's gone already, Billy.
All right, hey, thank y'all so much for being here tonight
Martha
to the
Stewart.
panel. Make sure that you check out some of the other videos on the channel here. Also, make sure to tune in and Mondays
Good
and
night,
Wednesdays
sugar. Oh,
for
he's talking about the.
shows, and we will see y'all next time. So thank y'all. Have a good night.
Martha
Stop waving, Billy. Billy.